Hey everyone, it's Alexander, the real Mr. Robinson. Welcome to the channel. This is my review for Promising Young Woman, which stars Carey Mulligan and is the directorial debut of Emerald Fennell, who was a showrunner for one of the seasons of Killing Eve. The movie follows a woman named Cassie, played by Carey Mulligan, who is 30 years old. She lives at home with her parents, and she had a promising career ahead of her as a doctor, but something happened to where she just dropped out of college completely. She has a thankless job at a coffee shop, and she spends her nights going out to nightclubs, pretending to be drunk as shit, just to weed out any men who give off the impression that they want to do the right thing, they want to help her, but they end up taking her back to their place, where they want to have sex with her without her consent. And then all of a sudden she fakes them out, and pretty much embarrasses them and just psychologically messes with them to ensure that they don't do some shit like that ever again. Suddenly, she ends up meeting an old friend from college, and the two of them start to get along, they start to date, and this kind of puts her on the path to get her life on track, pretty much. But there's some few twists along the way, and I can't say any more than that. So I remember seeing the trailer for this movie I think about a year ago, because this was supposed to come out back in April. I mean, it premiered at Sundance, but it was supposed to be released in April, but because of this year, it got pushed to Christmas Day. And when I saw that trailer, it looked really intriguing, but at the same time, I wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Like, was it a dark comedy? Was it a straight-up thriller? Well, it turns out it's both. It is a black comedy thriller. If you see this movie, the trailer is pretty much the movie. It tells you exactly what it is right off the bat, and it is one of the best movies of this year. There's been a lot of hype surrounding this movie ever since it premiered at Sundance, and even though I really liked the trailer, it did kind of leave me confused as to what this movie's actually about, and there were a few elements of it that looked kind of trashy, so there was that part of me that thought, I'm sure it's good, but how good could it actually be? The answer is a lot, and it mainly has to deal with two people, Carey Mulligan and Emerald Fennell. Carey Mulligan in this movie is just fantastic, and it's been a while since I personally seen her in a movie. The last movie I remember seeing Carey Mulligan in was Inside Llewyn Davis from the Coen brothers, and this is very much her movie. She commands every second she's on screen. She is fantastic. I feel like this is a movie that proves how good she is as an actress, and she should be getting much more work after this movie because she's very talented. And the character of Cassie is very interesting because she ranges from snarky to charming in kind of an oddball way, to sometimes being downright psychotic. When you saw the trailer, and as I just described to you, she goes out of her way to humiliate men who try to take advantage of her, and rightfully so, but there are a few moments where she just takes it that bit too far. And I'm not talking about the men that she meets at those nightclubs, because they get what they deserve. Now I'm talking about other people, mainly those who are involved with her past, that she just goes on to torture them a little too far, and it just makes her kind of crazy. But that's a testament to how good Carey Mulligan is in this movie, that she's able to balance so many personalities within this one character, and every time she's on screen, she's just excellent. And as for Emerald Fennell, not only is she the director of the movie, but she's also the writer, and her script is very clever, has some great dialogue. Every situation in this movie is carefully crafted, carefully executed. There is never a situation in this movie that's left unresolved or abandoned, and the ending is just pure perfection, which is saying a lot because the movie almost lost me. This is supposed to be a message movie. Like, it is the ultimate Me Too revenge movie, if you want to look at it that way. And I'm not going to say what happens near the end of the movie, but something happens that is incredibly shocking, and I thought to myself, oh, they didn't do that. They're not gonna do that. Oh, you just did that. You actually went there. It would have completely just gone against everything the movie was trying to say. But thankfully, at the moment where I'm almost about to write this movie off completely, a song plays. It was in one of the most popular comic book movies of the last decade. And when that song pops up, the real ending of the movie actually plays out and it starts to wrap up. At that moment, I just wanted to give this movie a standing ovation because I'm like, wow, what a perfect ending to an already amazing movie. To be honest, I tried to think of anything that I didn't like about this movie, and I can't think of one. I think this is a movie that's very well made. It's cleverly written, your lead actress is phenomenal, and the supporting actors are great as well, like Bo Burnham, Alison Brie, Clancy Brown, and even Alfred Molina, who isn't shown in the trailers and is only in like 2 scenes of this movie, but the little time he has on screen, he's really good. So I got no complaints about this movie. I absolutely love it. So by default, I gotta say, get off your ass and go see it right now. Except for the fact that you can't see this right now because it hasn't come out yet. The movie comes out on Christmas Day, which is not really a movie you want to see with the whole family. But it is a movie that you absolutely need to see at your earliest convenience. You can't end this crap hole of a year without seeing Promising Young Woman, because it's just that good. And there you go, that's my review for Promising Young Woman. And now I want to know what you guys think about the movie. If you've seen it, what did you think? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, leave a comment, support my Patreon page, follow me on social media, and until then, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one.